What is going on, lads? Welcome everybody back to another video, another objectives guide. Today we're going to be going ahead and taking a look at FIFA World Cup stories, Timothy Weah. If you guys are new to these objective guides, whenever EA release an objective, I go over the objective, build you a squad builder if necessary, explain how they work with an in-game example, once again if necessary, and also just some tips and tricks that may help you along the way. If any of your questions are unanswered throughout this video, let me know down below and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Let's get into it. So first of all, you've got score from outside the box in 4 separate squad battle matches or separate matches in squad battles on at least semi-pro difficulty, or you can do this in division rivals. Some outside the box goals will be a little bit tricky on division rivals. You don't usually come across them as much, especially with the Trivela shot being nerfed. But if you were to play a semi-pro squad battles game, which we'll get into how you can play them and how you can get easy games basically every single time and playing the worst team, etc. On semi-pro, it will be more than doable to beat the team every time by 6-7 goals, and with that you can try get some outside the box goals. Obviously you need to get them in 4 separate matches. As for this one, there's no necessarily easy way around it. I do recommend doing the outside the foot shot. I think that will be the most effective in squad battles. Despite it being nerfed, it is still probably the most viable way to score from outside the box because finesse shots this year are awful. Next up, we've got assist 6 goals using players from the USA on squad battles on at least semi-pro or once again rivals. Before the whole objective today, we're going to be doing it in squad battles, alright? Score 6 goals using players with at least 80 shooting. Very easy. Now this one you could most definitely get done in rivals. It is so simple because most of your strikers, all your attackers in fact, should have at least 80 shooting. So you will simply just get this done by scoring. Win 7 separate matches whilst having at least 3 League 1 players in your starting squad. Once again, lads, in squad battles or rivals, but we're going to be basing all of this in squad battles for today. Now for the quote-unquote squad builder, lads, we're not going to build a whole team today because it's just not necessary. In my opinion, I would use your main team. Now if you do not have League 1 players in your squad, for example, I've got my Neymar, Messi and Marquinhos, so I'd be able to get this done because I've got at least 3 League 1 players, but I know lots of you guys may not be running a League 1 team. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to choose some of the best possible League 1 players, because if we go back to the objective, and once again it's going to be a relatively easy objective today, and if you do have League 1 players in your squad, you'll literally just be getting this card done as you go. But this one is win 7 matches whilst having at least 3 League 1 players in your starting squad, right, which is absolutely perfect. So if you do not have at least 3 League 1 players in your squad already, what you're going to want to do is simply, in my opinion, get a League 1 goalkeeper, because League 1 goalkeepers, in my opinion, or goalkeepers in general, do not matter too much, so we'll go for Lafont, and then I think you'll probably go for your 2 fullbacks from League 1, because once again, it does not matter what position, and we're just choosing basically the least important positions, if you will. So I think for the best, if you do not have any League 1 players, like for example, I've got Neymar, Messi, Marquinhos, I'll be absolutely fine. But if you do not have any League 1 players whatsoever, I would recommend Hamiri Traore, Nune Mensch and Lafont. Your 2 fullbacks and goalkeeper will be from League 1, just because they don't matter too much. They will not be really the difference between you winning or losing. Now what I would do as well is you're going to want to get a United States player, and you're just going to want to start him up top for when you do play squad battles, and for me that is going to be no other than LeBron James. You can even just start him at striker. Obviously you can't change his position. He'll be on no chemistry in game. He'll play to what his stats suggest, which is still good enough. So let's pretend I do not have Messi, Neymar and Marquinhos in the squad, alright? So if you guys do not have any League 1 players, this is what your team would be looking like. You'll have a League 1 right back, League 1 left back, League 1 goalkeeper and an American striker with your main team around them. That way you've got at least 3 League 1 players, and you've got a player to get those American goals with. Sorry, not scoring with American players, assisting with American players. So you'll just want to get Pulisic and assist him to others. Obviously the score 6 goals with players with at least 80 shooting, majority in your squad will have that. And other than that, it will just take you 7 separate matches in squad battles, which leads me into the squad battles tip, alright? So with squad battles, you get given 4 teams every single refresh. As you can see, we've got an 88 rated squad with 33 chemistry, an 86 rated with 27 chemistry, but then we've got a 74 rated with only 9 chemistry. So we will want to choose the worst team in every selection to go ahead and play. As you can see, this team is not loading, but it's very poor because I am currently, I'll turn my webcam off. You can see you've got Jonathan Tah, you've got a bronze goalkeeper, Rob Holding. I have no clue why, and ignore my webcam freezing view as well. I've got no clue why this is not loading. But yeah, this is a poor team. So what we're going to want to do, make sure it is on semi-pro difficulty, and against a team of this poor quality on semi-pro, you will be able to win by 8, 9, 10 goals if you are good enough. Personally, I could win maybe 20-0 if I wanted to, but what I do is I go 5, 6 goals up in the first half, and then just put my controller down, pass around the back if I've not done any other objectives. But what all you want to do is go into the semi-pro squad battles game, get the American assist, try get the outside the box goals, and that's literally it. That's easy as obviously finishing goals or getting goals with players with at least 80 shooting as well, which will come naturally. But I do want to say this as well, after you play the worst team, and I will circle it, you do have the option to refresh, and you've got this option. I use it now, and I will just for the video. As you can see, it is no longer there. You get the option to refresh every 10 or 15 minutes, which works perfectly because you can do a constant recycle of playing the worst team. For example, we'll play this 70 rated with 9 chem. As soon as we're done that one, we will refresh and we'll just play the worst team over and over again, and you just keep repeating. And the last thing I want to touch on before I end today's objective guides, if you guys have not done any of the other objectives like the showcase milestone ones, if I go down to them, where are they? I've already completed them. But if you're not done all of your swaps ones, where are they? It's down all the way, here we are. So we got the FIFA World Cup swaps showcase 3, showcase 2, etc. If you're still working your way through these, you could 100% build a squad. Like you could build a full, a 6 German World Cup player squads with some League One players and an American, kind of 2 birds with 1 stone. Lots of you guys may have already completed these. You can sub on Croatian, Senegalese players, get these swaps done. But yeah, basically 2 birds with 1 stone. This is just a little bit of a bonus tip, if you will. If you are working away at other objectives, you may as well do it at the same time. So let's just for a recap, score from outside the box. I do recommend Trivela, aka outside of the foot shots. You do that by when you shoot, you press down on the left trigger. Is the most viable way of scoring outside the box goals. It's just 6 goals using players from the USA, which for me is the LeBron James of soccer, Christian Pulisic, who we are going to just play on 0 chemistry as our striker, no worries. Score 6 goals using players with at least 80 shooting. Once again, this will just come naturally. And then win 7 matches with at least 3 League One players. If you do not have at least 3 League One players in your starting 11 already, I recommend Gold Nunmenj, Gold Hamiri Traore, and Gold Lafont, just because those positions are not too necessary and they will not be the difference between you winning or you losing. Very easy objective, lads. Good luck. Once again, any questions, let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.